we are leaving Maggie Valley now. Bye.
I loved the residence we stayed at Maggie Valley. This view from this tower is one of the most photographed in the Smoky Mountains, and we were able to stop here frequently.
We're going to Highway 441, which takes us completely over the top of the Great Smoky Mountains to the other side.
Oops, due to weather, the Blue Ridge Parkway's closed.
Seeing this old mill makes one realize how hard the work was in the days of the pioneers, all the work they had to put into getting water to bring to the mill to grind the flour. And I'm sure things are way easier than that today.
So Mingus Mill was built in 1886, and it is a historic grist mill that uses a water-powered turbine instead of a water wheel to power the machinery that is in the building, which we weren't able to enter due to the season. So I read that families would tend to their crops during the week, and then on Saturdays they would bring their corn to get it milled, but they would bring other goods and skills to barter with other people who came to the mill. The structure they built, the mill race, brings water that's diverted from Mingus Creek, and it goes to the flume where water builds up in velocity and then keeps the pen stock full of water during operation of the mill. I think it would be really fun to come back sometime when the caretakers are here and can show us how corn is turned into meal. We left Mingus Mill and came to this overlook where we found the sign that told us that we were actually looking at the mountain called Clingman's Dome, the highest mountain in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the highest mountain in Tennessee, and the third highest in the eastern United States. Thomas Clingman was an explorer, a politician, a general, and he measured mountains in the 1800s. Clingman and other scientists who have mountains named after them used barometers, which were considered crude by today's standards. They used those instruments to measure atmospheric pressure at the mountain summits. Later, they compared that measurement to pressure readings taken by colleagues at the exact same point in time from known lowland elevations. And then using complicated mathematical formulas, they were able to figure out how tall the mountain was, the mountain's elevation.
Somewhere around 4,000 feet above sea level is where two different kinds of forests converge.
The wet weather of Clingman's Dome's summit makes this spruce fir forest that grow here a coniferous rainforest. I've always wanted to take a walk on the Appalachian Trail, and to my surprise, here it was. So we were able to take a little hike on the trail for a while and be able to say, we hiked the Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail.
Karen and Brad are now on a trail that I was not able to join them on, and they took videos, and so now I get to see it when they have the video showing, because this walk was too treacherous for me to try to walk. Many places along the trail had roots of trees and broken branches laying across the trail that you had to step over.
I hope someday to do at least part of this trail camping. Some kind of critter was here.
Poop on the Appalachian Trail. Are we sharing this trail with bears? driving up towards the highest point in the Smoky Mountains is Klingman's Dome, and we couldn't see anything.
Klingman's Dome commonly has clouds and precipitation and cold temperatures and wind. And so it was fun after a week of warm, sunny days to experience this. This is from the Klingman's Dome parking lot. I don't think we'll be climbing up the Klingman's Dome trail. It's freezing and extremely windy.
The wind was so strong it almost tipped the trees over, and I elected to stay in the car and not get out in that wind and worry about how hard it would blow my head. Karen and Brad got out of the car, and it was raining a little bit, so they put ponchos on, so they got a close-up view by being out.
A close-up view of nothing.
A close-up view of the tourist hut.
On a clear day, you can see 100 miles from the observation tower that sits on Klingman's Dome Peak.
The highest peak in the Smokies.
At 6,643 feet above sea level. We are now coasting down the north side of the Smoky Mountains.
And you can see what a drastic change in color from when we were on the peak. We were just up on top of that bridge and now we're under it. It's a very curvy road.
Chimney
That is high up there.
Those are called the chimney tops.
It almost looks like it's above the tree line.
This trip was going by so fast, we tried to slow it down.
But unfortunately, slowing down your camera doesn't slow down time. They know how to make steps at this park. Just beautifully designed.
They're breaking up.
Oh, look at that. It's cool. Yeah.
Dad, I see sky.
Yeah.
Of course, that's because we're going down. Here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun.
Tootin' doo-doo.
Oh, there's the road down below us.
And then I turned around to see what was behind me. And now we are leaving the Great Smoky Mountains. The last Airbnb of our trip was the back porch in Sevierville in the northern part of the Great Smoky Mountains. And it's beautiful.
It's not in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, it's north of the Great Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
And I can see why they named it the back porch, because we spent as much time as we could out here. They have all different kinds of seating. You can take your pick. The woods were just beautiful. The birds were singing. You felt like you were all alone back here.